It's the 5 and 5 on Fridays for photographers. This is a brand new episode segment from the Stay Focused podcast, which gives you short, sweet, 5-ish minute episodes, which give you 5 actionable takeaways, which will help you to get better at your photography skills. Now, to make sure you don't miss any future 5 and 5 episodes, make sure to head over to iTunes and hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of these short, sweet, and to the point episodes. Well, since I only have 5-ish minutes to go through this episode today, let's get started. We're going to talk about 5 ways that you can take better pictures of kids. Maybe your own kids or grandkids, or maybe you're working with families or other kids. The last 2 you're really going to like and be surprised by, and they're the most effective. But let's get started with number 1, and that's rewards. We've probably done this before where we've offered a reward, maybe a lollipop or toy at the end of the photo taking session in exchange for smiles or good behavior, right? That doesn't always work. A better way is to include some of these rewards as part of the photo taking experience. So giving your child an ice cream cone or a lollipop or a small truck or favorite toy and taking pictures of them with that reward will usually make them happier and give you better pictures. All right, number 2, let them be involved in the session. An easy way to do this is let them pick out what they want to wear. So maybe going out and letting them pick out a new accessory or shirt, or just choosing something from their closet they haven't worn in a long time. When they have some ownership to the photos, it makes them more likely to want to behave. And you can encourage this with families too, if you're working with clients, is to allow the child to pick something that they can wear so that they feel like they are a part of the experience and the session. And it's not just somebody telling them what it is they have to do. All right, number 3. Use some sort of visual or noisemaker. And this is especially true for the younger kids. Just make sure if it's a child you don't know that they don't become scared or nervous around noises. So it's easy to use any kind of noisemaker. Sometimes I've used a puppet, or better yet, there are now very specific visual toys that you can put right around your lens or on top of your camera to get the attention on you. And I'm going to link to some of those in the show notes for this episode if you want to check out exactly what those are. Okay, we're getting into the last 2, which I said are my favorite tips for taking good pictures of kids. Number 4, and this is really important. Kids don't like to be surprised, or they definitely don't like the camera just right in their face all of a sudden. Letting your child, grandchild, or making it clear to your clients to let the kids know ahead of time that they're going to get their picture taken really can be half the battle. When they know it's going to happen and they can prepare for that, and this is the same even if your child is young and you let them know, you know what, in an hour we're going to take pictures. And some kids might need even more time. Maybe you let them know, you know what, on Friday at this time, we are going to take photos, and you give them reminders throughout the week. Some kids, like I said, need a little more time, but most people don't like to have surprises sprung on them, right? And they definitely don't like a camera all of a sudden up in their face. Kids don't like that either. So letting them know ahead of time will make it more successful for them and you to get great pictures. And the last in this Friday 5 in 5 is especially true if you are working with kids you don't know well. Make sure that you get down on their level and introduce yourself to them. You could even give them a high five or a handshake. Ask them what their name is. Make sure you tell them what your name is. And maybe comment on something they're wearing, smiling, making some kind of connection with them before you start taking their picture. Now, your own kids, I'm sure, already know you pretty well, but this tip is especially helpful for a child you're just meeting. If you introduce yourself to the parents or grandparents, but don't introduce yourself to the child, there's going to be less of a connection. So make sure that you're getting down on their level and you're introducing yourself to them too. All right, everyone, this is the Friday 5 in 5 for photographers, a new part to the Stay Focused podcast, which will come out every Friday, 5-ish minutes that will give you 5 actionable takeaways to help you get better at photography. If your photos keep coming out of focus, or you just don't understand manual mode yet, then come join me in my free 1-hour photography masterclass, the 4-step framework to confidently shooting beautiful portraits. You can register for free today at cozyclicks.com/framework. Hope to see you there.